All right, guys. So it's Friday and lacking a little creativity. So hopped on Instagram, told you guys to throw some questions my way, and I'm going to answer those. Get that pulled up. While I'm getting that pulled up, stick around to the end of this. We're going to start giving you guys little tidbits of information. We get asked a lot of things often, so we're going to offer like a little tips bit at the end where we're going to tell you, give you a little pointer, help you out, make your shopping experience a little bit easier with us, things like that. So if there's something you guys can suggest heading down the road, that'd be great. We've already got a few ready to go for you. Posted this on Instagram, so we've got a lot of people who have asked some pretty good questions. The first one comes from Marco Toma. It's funny because I say people's screen names, and a lot of times I read them. I try to read them like their names, and I completely destroy them. Generally, my wife points that out to me after the video is uploaded, and everybody else is probably mocking me behind my back. But anyway, first up, is everything CA18 DET related discontinued? No, absolutely not. There are a lot of things that are discontinued for that motor, but for instance, water pump. CA18 water pump right here. We keep this in stock. There are a lot of other components. I'll post a link in the description of the video to the CA18 section, and actually the tip at the end of the video is going to be related to the sections on our website. So if you're having a hard time finding that, stick around, or just fast forward through to get there. Next up, Parasite to Earth. Any chance of any B13 parts? Of course. We don't post a lot about B13s. We don't get a lot of people asking about B13 parts specifically, but on specific, what do you need for your B13? Because I will show you an oil filter if you don't be specific. Of course we have B13 parts. We're Nissan. Okay, so just let us know what you need and we'll see. There's a lot of stuff discontinued for those, but still a lot of stuff we can get. Mystery Packs says Z32 rear brake dust shields. Yes, we can get them. We don't keep them in stock, but we can get them. So just hit us up. J-Shock SR20 DET fan clutch. Yes, we can definitely get them. So just DM us, or I'll DM you a link. Let's see here. Fatty S2K. I like this one. Is there actually a difference between a 240 hatch and a 180 besides the 180 being right-hand drive? So if you don't know, he's talking about a 240 SX and a 180 SX, and we're gonna just, the hatch, obviously. So most of the vehicle is the same. Obviously, the Japanese version came with different motor options. You had a CA18, and the SR20 US counterpart came with a KA24. Now, the right-hand drive, left-hand drive is an extremely obvious difference. I think for me, the biggest difference was on the Japanese versions. Nissan offered a lot of different trim levels, and the car was produced a lot longer, so went up to 97, and you got the tail lights. You got the kooky, well, obviously the kooky version, so it came with the tail lights, and then you also had the Type S, Type X, things like that. Type X is what everybody seeks out, which is the rear wing, side skirts, rear valences, and the front bumper lip, which are all discontinued. So that's the biggest differences. I can't think of any other significant things right off the top of my head. So if you're if you're an enthusiast that knows more than I do, please comment below, let us know. I'd be interested to know. Quentin Aline S13 got a rebuild kit for KA24DE. We do not. the gasket kit specifically was discontinued a long time ago, but we do, if you go on our website, we have most of what goes in those kits there, most of what's available there. So if you need something you don't see, please let us know. Let's see here. Any conversion taillight harnesses for going from 240SX to 180SX lights, we don't have anything. There is a guy out there that's making them. I have no way to verify if that's a good component or not, so I'm not gonna, at this point, I'm not gonna plug anybody until I can verify that it is a good part. That was from J. Gracia 5150. Let's see here. That I don't know what this name is. I'm not gonna read it. I'll put it up there. What do you own or drive? I have a 200SX that I'm not driving, and I have a 69 521 that I'm not driving, that I need to do some work on. So somebody asked a while back what I drove on one of our Sunday acquisitions, and I actually replied my feet, and they got all ticked off at me and said a bunch of mean things. And I run to work a lot, so that wasn't a joke. I try to run commute or bike as much as I can to and from work. Let's see here. Raxo DOR says, which swap would you pick for an S chassis VQ35DE or an SR20 DET? You know, I don't know. I am a big fan of NA motors, but turbos are fun. You know, I don't know. I mean, both are, you know, they're going to be different beasts. So pick your poison. You know, give me one, I'll take it. What's the most obscure part you sell? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know what, I don't know if anything we have I would consider obscure. Because obscurity, I believe, you know, to me is something that's rare, you know, maybe discontinued, something like that. I don't, you know, we've got a few things, GTR key blanks, left in stock. Those have been discontinued, aka thrown onto the heritage program, which we can't get parts from. Local Z32 says we need more KA parts, and a little laughy face, and I'm gonna give you a little grumpy face because my God, we've got so many KA parts. I got a few that I just got photos of this morning that aren't new to our inventory, but I'm gonna get these up. This is a distributor cap and a rotor button. So really common things on the KA motors. Like I said, stuff that we stock, don't have it cataloged on the website, but I'm gonna get those up today. This is also from a KA, so you guys know what this is. Everybody's gonna comment and be like, can you get the rest of the oil pump? And I'm gonna say no. So sorry guys. Let's see here. Silk City Skyliner 32 says, is there a possibility there will be R32 sedan interior and exterior trim parts in the future? I don't foresee that happening. A lot of the focus is obviously on the GTR. That's kind of what the heritage program was built around, and I don't see anything coming back from sedans. Sorry guys, I love sedans, I think they're cool, but we do what we can. Where is the special section on your site? mpina05 says. Stick around to the end, we'll talk about that. Baru says, what made you guys want to start importing and selling JDM OEM parts? And thank you, by the way. I first started here in 07, and when I started, there was a now friend of mine named Lisa who was handling all of the internet stuff, and they were, you know, they were getting some stuff, just kind of dabbling in it, and I just kind of picked off where they were, tried to learn as much as I could, and I think what really pushed us to really start going, you know, pretty hard in this category of parts was people like Camry on Bronze, Damon. There's a few other people I can't think of off the top of my head. You know, Dio, who used to work here, he now lives in Hawaii. You know, people like that, I think individuals, you know, kind of pushed and motivated me because I was helping them. And then, you know, a couple years ago when Eric came on board here, you know, I mean, we really pushed hard. So our followers and customers have been absolutely amazing with supporting us over the years, and we're going to keep growing. I mean, I don't see this ending or, you know, us plateauing at any point in time. We are constantly adding stuff. It blows my mind, the silly stuff like, you know, this that we have in stock that, you know, we haven't talked about at all. Good question. I love thinking back to when I first started doing this, and kind of, you know, it's kind of nostalgic to me to see where we were and where we are now. I was actually swapping over some stuff from some hard drives the other day, and I found a bunch of photos from like 07 and 08, and they were just terrible. Zach M, do you own a drift car? I do not. Have no plans to own one. I have family, so I don't have money to throw at a drift car. Drift cars are cool, so if you have a drift car, I'm about it. Let's see. Patrick Rolly. It looks like the Nissan parts service in the US are way better than European. Is that true? I have no idea. We get a lot of people from, you know, overseas, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, places like that contacting us wanting to buy parts. We don't ship overseas right now. I don't know if we will ever get there. We've talked about this. We've just beat that dead horse. I don't know if it'll ever happen. So I don't know what the service is like in those countries. I have no idea. So let me see. Let's see if there's any new updates here from people. Let's see. Got a couple comments here. Plan on supplying OEM Silvia Aero PS13. No, all that stuff's gone. I mean, back in 09 and 10, we started stocking Silvia stuff. We had Silvia bumpers, fenders, hoods, all that stuff, and it's all discontinued now. So let's see here. Z31 parts. You know, once again, the vague, you know, do you have parts for my chassis? Sure. I need to know what you need or what you want. Why was the window switch for the US version S14 discontinued? We need it and no one makes it. I don't know why it was discontinued. Nissan corporate doesn't kick that down to us. I will say that when they were available, a lot of people weren't buying them. So what happens is, you know, early on, maybe the switches aren't failing, maybe the price point's too high, people don't want to buy them, so people don't buy them. And then Nissan's like, well, there's no demand, let's phase it out. That is what happens 9 times out of 10, sadly. So let's see. Manny.mizzle says, could we please get some rear seat parts for the S13 hatch, such as little black clips or the latch parts that bolt to the car? There are some rear seat parts that we're going to be getting in, so just hang tight. And let's see. I'll check one more time before diving out of this. And that's it. Like I said, we've if you've watched our videos, you know we've been trying to acclimate and adjust as we go here. These kind of things, you guys asking us questions, they're great. We love it because then we know what's on your mind. But before I hop into the tips real quick, don't forget, up there, hit that link, go get entered to win a set of 180SX cookie tail lights plus RPS 13 center garnish. We're giving it away for free, guys. Come on, you don't even have to do anything you don't have to spend any money to enter. So all you have to do is be a subscriber here and go watch the video and you'll find out how to do it. But I'm gonna probably be doing that drawing within the next week, probably 7 to 10 days. We'll do it. But like I said, when I launch that, I'm gonna let it sit out there, give everybody a chance to get entered, because a lot of people come to us after we run 1 week promos and they go, oh, I missed it. But anyway, so one thing I want to show you guys how to do is when you're on our website, a lot of times what happens is people will hop onto the website and they will be on our homepage and they scroll down to the vehicle fitment. So you go in, you put the year, make and model in, hit select. So now they've gone in there. First off, you know, you don't have my car because I have a Nissan Skyline. Frustrating, I get it. Or you go in under 240SX thinking you're gonna find JDM parts. You don't, I get it. So what you wanna do is you wanna go up here to this top bar that runs across the top. If you're on mobile, this will be a little bit different, but you still get the same bars, and you're gonna wanna click on JDM parts. So once you click on that, you'll go into a section with vehicle breakdown, you know, S chassis, 350Z, Skyline. We even have the Datsun parts, D21. So there are US parts in here. This is stuff that we've cataloged on our own to make it a little bit easier for you to find. 99.9% of the parts in this section has, we've gone through, we put additional fitments, what cars they might cross over to, and also photos, obviously. Do you guys, I often wonder if you guys want more photos of products. I generally try to post one. If it's a product that, you know, I think maybe needs a couple photos, I'll post them. But generally, you know, 85% of the parts, one photo. I think that's all it needs. And then also to answer the question about specials, specials is in that top bar too. You can also find a link to it in the JDM section. So, you know, hopefully that helps you guys. That's my tip for today. And like I said, we're going to have more of those as we go along. And I'm thinking next week, guys, something exciting is going to happen. We're going to have a special guest on. I would say guest, he's not a guest, but they're just gonna, you know, I'm going to have a new partner in crime coming in here. And I'm stoked about it. He soft agreed to it. Pretty excited. Think we got somebody new that's going to be starting to. Juiced about it. So this week has been awesome. It's flew by. I thought it was going to be a sluggish week where it's like, it's this long after all the holidays. But you guys are awesome. You've kept us busy. What do y'all think about the purple backdrop? What do you think? I love it. I think every time I put a new color up, I like it because it's a new color and it's fresh. And then by a month later, I'm like, man, we got to swap out the color. And I've got a stack of backgrounds. I am stoked. I'm just pumped about it. Y'all better be ready, because it's going to get wild in here. It's not really going to get wild. I feel like it's going to get wild. But anyway, thanks, guys. Really appreciate you guys sticking with us this year, or last year. Thank you for sticking with us last year. And we've got some cool updates coming in the next week or two. So if you've bought something from us, I'm not even going to say what. If you've bought something and you've been waiting for a while, it's coming.